All right, what's going on, everybody? It is Wednesday, May 3rd. Story time with Butta. It's been a long week, man. Anyway, for you new people, it's my book. I wrote it. It's a memoir of my time in a motorcycle club. That's the front cover. That's the back cover. It's cool shit. It's a good book. It's a good read. If you're interested in this lifestyle or and want to be interested in other people that are in this lifestyle. I've got probably a bunch of books from people. I have no idea who they are, but they're bikers, they're family, they're my community. So I support them and I buy their books. Anyway, it's been a long week, man. I still doing these doctor's appointments for my blood pressure bullshit. Got some answers. I'm not going to say anything yet. I got a cardiologist appointment on the 10th. So once I get some better solid information, but it looks like fucking COVID got me, man. I'm having symptoms of people that had COVID multiple times, and I personally had it 3 times. So it is what it is, man. The Chinese government might have gotten me, but we'll see what happens. And just working a lot. It's been storming here in Jersey, man. Like getting ready to build a fucking boat, man. We're just getting so much rain. And this past weekend, my wife and I opened up our camper, so getting ready for our season. And we got the next 6 months of going up there, so... Anyway, I want to read a story from the book, and it's a funny one. It's man, I got anger issues, man, and sometimes that shit just takes over, you know. So anyway, this happened. This was May 21st, 2018, and I was headed to Northeast Georgia. We were having nationals there, and it was a joint national between Northeast Georgia and Dawson County. So I think it was actually Friday night at North Georgia, and then it was Saturday night at Dawson County, if I remember correctly. And anyway, so I'm on my way down there, and I'm going through the ass end of North Carolina and South Carolina, and I'm right outside of Charlotte, and it was just balls hot, man, like furnace fire hot. And I just couldn't deal with it, man. Normally I travel at night and try and get as much in. Like I'll leave the house at 8, 9 o'clock at night and ride through the night. So I stay, keep the sun off of me. And I don't know how this trip turned out, how I ended up in freaking that area in the middle of the afternoon. It just drove me crazy. So I decided to stop and get a room. And I go into this Haji joint. And, it's, I always rented rundown hotels. The cheaper the better. As long as I had a bathroom and a bed, I didn't give a shit. So anyway, I go in there. I mean, and this one wasn't run down, but it wasn't a fucking, Holiday Inn Express either. So anyway, I go in and Haji's behind the counter, and I told him I need a smoking room on the first floor. And he says, no problem. And asked me for my license and my credit card. So I asked him how much the room was. And he said $225. And I just fucking snapped. I don't know what the fuck went off in me, but I literally grabbed him by his collar, lifted him up over the fucking counter, and body slammed him on it, and was just berating him for, one, either having just really stupid fucking prices, or two, insulting my intelligence, thinking that, I was just going to hand him my credit card and say, oh man, I can't believe what a great deal I just got. So I'm just like, fucking giving him a dose of Joey, man. And like out of nowhere, I hear tires screeching in the parking lot. And I look out, and here comes black and white. And I'm like, how in the holy fuck did that guy, like, who called? I mean, I literally had this Haji in my hands for like 20, 30 seconds, And so he comes, he's screeching in the parking lot, man. So I grab Haji off the counter, and I pulled him in close, and I said, hey, man, listen, it was just a misunderstanding. I said, if you cuff me up here, I said, we're going to have a fucking issue. I'll make sure I come back. I said, this place will be fucking ashes, man, with you in it. So I let him go, and I'm standing there trying to look all presentable, and here comes this gang man in blue, comes in with his hand on his pistol, and, hey, Johnny, is everything okay in here? And I wanted to say, like, how in the fuck did you, like, who called you? Or maybe the guy's a live feed camera somewhere, like, right into this fucking guy's car. I don't know. But, the Haji's like, no, everything's okay. Just a misunderstanding. We were getting a little loud with each other and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, good boy. And so the cop looks at me, and he's like, so you won't be staying here? And I'm like, yeah, no, man. I says, misunderstanding. I said, I'll mosey on down the road. So he's like, well, you're not staying in Charlotte, are you? And I'm like, no, I guess I'm not. I says, if I can't stay at this wonderful establishment, I don't want to slum it anywhere else. So, I'll get on my bike and I'll, head on down the road. Well, of course, he escorted me to the outskirts of town like a fucking douchebag. But, yeah, I ended up going about another 50 miles down the road and finding a much more understanding Haji and got a room for like $70, which was the norm around then. So, but that's it. I ended up making it down in North Georgia. Went there Friday night, hung out, and then we had our meeting Saturday, and everything went well, and it was a good national. And it was balls hot, man. I remember that distinctly. How bad, like. You ever been riding and you're doing like 80 miles an hour and you don't want to be behind somebody, especially, you're in a club, you're, most likely riding, balls ass right behind your brother. But it was just so hot that people are catching your pit sweat. You know what I mean? It was just that hot, and I fucking hate the heat, man. I can't stand it. So anyway, that's it. I gotta cut it short tonight a little bit because I got that Zoom meeting with Voyage. Hopefully get something out of it. I'll keep you guys in the loop, let you know. Again, Butta the first 15 years. Okay. A lot of people are asking me, the WFFW is, from in our lifestyle. Everybody knows, that's pretty much your club. That means Wingman Forever, Forever Wingman. And they're asking me what the RFFDD is. Buy the book and you'll find out. So that's something I came up with. It's an acronym I came up with. It's a saying that I use basically when people ask me what we're about and what kind of guys we are and what kind of guy I am. And that's what I came up with. So, and some of us brothers got it inked on us. I don't know if you could see that, but anyway, we actually inked, a bunch of us inked ourselves, the first ones to get it. We were in Northwest Florida for, I believe it was a January National. It was, I'm probably going to miss somebody here and hope don't get pissed at me, but it was me, Mega Matt, Rhino, Damien, Timmy, Ninja Nick, there might have been somebody else in there that I'm missing, but we were the original ones. So, Bama. Bama was another original one. How could I forget that? Fuck. And I don't know. I think that's it. But anyway, so we're selective with who we let wear that one. Anyway, that's it, folks. Wish me luck tonight. I got a pretty important Zoom meeting. It's got to do with my book. And hopefully it goes somewhere. We'll see what happens. So that's all I got. Love yous. God bless you. God bless America. God bless our troops. And God bless Donald Trump. We need you back, DT. Get back in the game.